We're talking death threats.
And we're talking your right to say what you want. And the company's right to say they don't want to share it. Because they say that.
They do say that. It's a thing that just happened, actually. My name is Devon.
And I'm Cameron.
And this is Watch,
Chat,
Play. Nailed it. This week we're going to talk about two kind of important things. One is more of an irritation for us, and the other one is kind of a bigger deal that affects all of us, specifically us because we're actually on YouTube.
Yeah.
No matter where you watch this video, we always anchor it on YouTube, and then from there we kind of share it wherever we want.
Yep.
And there's kind of a big thing that happened in regards to that, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. But first, it is hot as balls in here.
Oh my God, yes.
So Cameron doesn't believe in air conditioning, and I think that we have a fire roasting behind the camera. It is hot.
It's very hot. So if I start getting shiny, I'm gonna get shiny.
And I generally, my forehead generally gets shiny anyway. So I try to Jules said she's gonna bring me a powder to put on my head. But,
oh yeah.
So you'll progressively see the both of us get more and more shiny as we progress. So we're gonna try to make this a tight 15.
Tight like a tiger.
Tight 15. So let's get right into it.
Okay.
So we were talking about death threats.
Death threats.
Specifically because something just happened. It was announced kind of last night. Yesterday and today.
It's been like a gradual thing that I don't even know what the official time of them saying this is.
But what happened?
No Man's Sky has been delayed.
Okay.
By 2 weeks. 2 freaking weeks.
So 2 weeks.
So Sean Murray on his Twitter, the Sean Murray that he's the nicest man I have ever seen do anything. He's so soft spoken. It's almost adorable how he's really small. He's like a hamster.
He's really easy to listen to, which is kind of nice.
He's got that nice speaking voice.
Yeah.
He's been receiving death threats because of the delay of his game.
Because of 2 weeks, because of 14 days.
14 days.
People are telling him that they want to kill him.
They want him dead.
So, does that sound stupid to you? Because it should, because that is it. Because I can't play a video game for 2 weeks more. Because I can't play a video game for 2 weeks more.
I figured it out.
Okay, go.
It's because their parents did not beat them when they were children.
That has got to be true. Remember that the Whitest Kids You Know, the song about how we need bullies?
Yes! That was Trevor Moore. Mm-hmm. But that was not Whitest Kids You Know.
But he was from the Whitest Kids You Know.
He's from Whitest Kids You Know.
So you all need to also YouTube a video by Trevor Noah called...
I think it's called Bully.
Called Bully?
I think so.
Like if the bullies go away or something like that. It's about how we need bullies in our society to protect the world from these really, really stupid people who keep on doing these things like, I don't know, issue death threats to somebody for delaying a video game for 2 weeks. So Uncharted 4 delayed so many times. And I was really disappointed. But I never wanted to, murder all of Naughty Dog, because it's a game. It's a great game.
Find something to do for 2 weeks.
Yeah, So Overwatch, Battleborn, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan, which is not all that great, actually.
Aww.
And then the last expansion for The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
The MOBA expansion for The Witcher?
And then, so we got Smite, we got Rocket League. You have so many games in your backlog. You could wait 2 weeks for No Man's Sky. You can. You can.
I want to know what it is, too. All right? I really want to know what this game is.
So are you getting No Man's Sky at launch?
No, because it's $60.
Oh.
Because I don't know what it is, so I cannot justify spending $60 on a game I have no idea what it is. If it's just going to be Minecraft...
You're putting $60 into Sean Murray.
I would rather hand $60 to Sean Murray than buy something that I don't know what it is. It's like kickstarting something that has a name like Butt Juice. It sounds funny, but I really don't want to get behind that.
I feel like that was a drink in that movie Tropic Thunder.
It was.
Okay. But the point was, it's absolutely insane to want to kill somebody or just hurt them, physical bodily harm.
Don't be mean to people on the internet. Okay, there are very few exceptions. Be mean to the people that are sending death threats to Sean Murray.
Also be mean to the people that are trying to self-identify as a wolf or a vampire or something that's not real. You can be mean to those people. That is okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay too. And that's kind of our whole thing. When I was looking at it earlier, I was bummed out that it is hot. I was bummed out that they delayed the game, but then when you told me that Sean Murray was getting death threats issued, like that instantly became our topic one for this show. So knock it off.
That just makes me sad. Come on, guys. You can do better than that.
Okay. So speaking of people saying whatever they want on the internet without fear of reprisal,
yes,
something kind of big happened recently. Well, did it happen recently? How long ago was this? It wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago, no.
Okay, so spell it out for him. What happened?
You spell it out for him.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either.
This is a great second topic. Okay, so
I was just
okay. I was like, man,
I wanted to add a little banter, and you weren't rolling with it.
Well,
Gosh,
I never know what you want.
Okay, so there was this girl. I can't remember her name. Evian, or
Evian. They make really good water.
Something. She was this hardcore Ku Klux Klan supporting lady.
So she's white?
Yes, very much so. She threw all this hate speech out constantly on YouTube. This nothing but hate speech, nothing but her hating on these various groups of people, and she was shut down on YouTube.
So she, do we have any idea of like how big her following was, what her reach was?
I don't know because I didn't find out about her until afterwards, and everyone was all in an uproar because of it. So I don't know. She couldn't have had that many followers because I never heard of her until she was shut down like this.
But the complaint was
that she was.
The reaction was that she was spreading hate speech. But were people mad that she was censored, or were mad that she was?
It's a 50-50 really split. Because it is kind of crappy that she was taken down because of her hate speech, and it's also kind of crappy that she was able to, tell people to beat Jews and stuff like that. Like she was super violent.
She wasn't just saying that she didn't like them. She was proactively telling you to go and beat up people.
She was proactively saying that these people aren't real people, stuff like this. It was harsh. She was a very harsh person. Like she was backed by Ku Klux Klan members. Yeah. Ugh. So she's been shut down and everyone's in an uproar. How do you feel about that?
Well, first of all, it's 2016, and I feel like the whole racist thing should have died out long ago. So the fact that there are still people that are brazenly racist to the point where they'll go out and tell you to hurt somebody is legitimately surprising to me. How old was she? Like 60?
No, she was a young girl.
See, like that doesn't make any sense. How can you be young?
Looking at her picture, I don't know. Maybe we'll dig it up and maybe we can post a picture on top of this video.
We can do that. I'll do that.
So
this is her picture. Right? Where am I? Right here is her picture.
She cannot be older than maybe 18. Like she looks super young, and I mean she's like not like when I picture someone that's stupidly racist, I picture like just this
like low.
Piece of trash.
Low educated,
dirty, toothless, right? Disgusting.
So cliche.
Yeah.
So the thing that kills me about it is it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like I've had a couple people that have tried to pull the race card on me. I'm a veteran, so I've served with every single race that we have. I've served with all of them, and a lot of terrible things happen to a lot of them. So you don't get to tell me that I'm racist because I've been in places with every single race doing things that you wouldn't dream of doing. And this is Memorial Day weekend, which is probably why it's bugging me a little bit more. So you don't get to tell me or most veterans that we're racist because I'm not going to say 100% of us, but like the most part of us, that racism gets beat out of us the second you have somebody who's willing to take a bullet for you.
Yep.
And it's even more difficult for me to now come back and to, meet all these other people that still think that one race is better than another race or one group is better than another group. So that doesn't make any sense to me at all, and I really hate that somebody was out there trying to make somebody hurt each other. So it doesn't bother me at all that... because the thing was she was posting on YouTube. And we were talking about it earlier where YouTube is a company.
Yep, YouTube is a service that people use to spread themselves.
So we can share our videos, what we're doing right now, on YouTube, but YouTube is the one that's broadcasting that message. We will share it on Facebook and on Twitter, but it's still linked back to YouTube. That's where it's living. So if YouTube, Google, I mean, because Google, the company, is so say Google decides that they don't like the video that we're doing, they hate veterans for whatever reason, they hate people that served in the armed forces, and they decide to shut down our video just because there's a veteran that's involved with it.
Yeah.
I can get really mad that I feel like they're holding a prejudice against me, but at the end of the day, it's Google's company that we're hosting our thing on for free. We're not paid, we're not paying. That's kind of where we're at with it. It would be different if we hosted our own website.
Yeah.
Because then it was our website. We were paying for that domain name. That was our property. That was our investment. But that's not the case with YouTube.
Nope, not at all.
So where do you land on this then?
I don't agree with it at all.
Which part? That she was censored? Like
she was censored.
You wish that she was still on there?
I think she was not doing anything wrong.
Hi,
really.
Jules.
Hi.
Jules just got here. Everybody say hi, Jules.
Hi.
How'd you get in?
The door's open.
I locked the screen door.
I don't know.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, so I completely see her getting shut down because of what she was saying and how YouTube does that thing. But also, she's not the only one saying this. So if they're going to shut her down, why can't they go through and shut every single one of them down?
Well, that's what I was wondering about her, like, subscriber rates.
Like, these famous people that are like, you know, I'm going to say a terrible word, fair warning. Like, all these faggots, and they don't get shut down for that. Like, they're spreading terrible speech. They're, you know, saying that if you're going to come at me, I'm going to come at you, and I'm going to beat the crap out of you, stuff like that. Why don't they get shut down?
Well, I think with a lot of things that you have to look at it like by a case-by-case basis. Like, what exactly are they saying? What are they intending? Because, like, if you... so it's against the law to go out and incite a riot. It's against the law to go out with the intent to hurt a bunch of people. It's against the law to do a whole bunch of different things. So on social media, YouTube, Facebook, whatever... I think those same things kind of apply where if your intent is to tell people to go out and hurt other people because they are different or blue, I think that's unacceptable. I think you should be shut down for that because then everybody has their right to, you know, privacy and freedom and a good life and to be safe and to feel protected. And if somebody else is telling you that you should go and, you know, essentially take somebody else's right to have a peaceful day away because of what they're into or what they do or what they look like or whatever, I think that's not okay.
So,
but I think like your example of like somebody who's like Kanye West saying something stupid about like a different race or whatever, that's him being an idiot. But I don't think he's ever come out and said, you know, hey everybody, if you're black, go beat up the white people, or if you're, you know, white, don't listen to my music.
How are these riots getting put together then? Like, you know, the anti-cop riots, you know, you see a cop beat him up, or stupid stuff like that.
Well, see, stuff like that is absolutely ridiculous. But, like, things like that are, again, inciting a riot, especially if you're trying to tell people to start jumping cops, like, absolutely those people should be shut down and held responsible. Like, if, so sexting is a really big problem right now.
Yes.
So if you are underage, there's a cop friend that told me about this. So if you're underage, and so say you're a girl, so say Jules is 16. Jules takes a picture of herself and sends it to you. Okay. But then you share it with, you know, 3 of your friends. They share it with 3 of their friends. Every person that saw that picture gets charged with something, but Jules gets charged for every person that was sent to after she sent it to you. She gets charged for sending it to you, for those 3 people, And I think messages like that should have the same repercussion. Where if you say, you know, I live in New York, you know, we're all going to meet here, we're all going to start, you know, doing this, tearing people up, we're going to start jumping everybody. You should be held like accountable for every single person that's jumped as a result of your video telling them to be there at this specific time. That would be harder to nail down because if it's really vague and your message is just, you know, if you're black and you say beat up all the white people, or if you're white and say beat up all the black people, it would be too hard to, you know, where does that like net stop? That would be really hard to challenge. It'd be easier just to shut that person down. But there's got to be the other side of accountability. Like you and I talk about video games, we talk about sports. This is probably one of the heavier subjects we've ever really talked about. But if you and I ever get to the point where we're telling people to do things that are going to hurt other people or are really inappropriate or something like that, we've got to be accountable for that as well.
This is true.
Be it fines or whatever, but I just think that you should... I don't know, man. I have a really big problem with bullies anyway. And it seems like she was bullying an entire race of people. Several races of people.
She was just dumb. So, I'm sure there's other people out there sharing her videos. And I know she's not the only person that's done this. But, like, she did a birthday video for Adolf Hitler. And just, like, ridiculous stuff that, like, when you think a stereotypical Ku Klux Klan person, that's what they would do. Now, I don't know how many videos she did that were saying, this and this. I know that there was a video where she was saying, do I look like a Jew? Because I don't think I look like a Jew. I don't have a big nose, stuff like that. Like, that's not something to be shut down for. But it's just so... I want to know why she was shut down. Before, I know what people have said. Like, and you can't trust the media. You got to do your own research. Mm-hmm. So I only know what certain people have said about this. So I want to know if she actually was trying to convey the message that, you need to kill this certain race. Or if she was saying, like, this certain race is inferior, so they should not be alive.
So is that what makes it or breaks it for you? So if she's just saying, happy birthday Hitler.
Yeah, that's...
The white should... I mean, that's just you having a really stupid opinion.
The white should be the only ones alive, stuff like that. That's...
An opinion.
That's a stupid opinion, but it's an opinion. So if she was actually saying, murder this group of people, beat this group of people up, then yes. But if she was just being a dumb, entitled white person, then yes, she should be allowed.
But do you think Google via YouTube are trying to infringe on people's freedom of speech?
So that's good. That's where that line is. If she was actually threatening, then they weren't infringing. But if she was just being stupid, then they were.
See, I disagree with that because she can share that video anywhere. That video is still hers. She doesn't just have to put it on YouTube.
No, but... There's
YouTube, there's Dailymotion, she could put it on her own Facebook page if she wanted to. She could stick it wherever she wants to.
Well, while we're on Facebook, there was another thing with... I was going to get a little political. My friend was telling me that Facebook was censoring certain pro-Trump, certain groups' posts because that's not something they agree with.
Like, people that were saying that you should vote for Trump, Facebook was trying to block those.
No, it was more of this article was a pro-Trump article, it's going on into all these reasons, or like hardcore conservative articles are being censored by Facebook, by the actual, their group of people that are monitoring what's going on. Mm-hmm. What do you think of that?
Well, I think that it's the same thing. At the end of the day, these are free services that you agree to their terms and conditions when you agree to use their message.
That's the main thing right there.
The second you agree to their terms and conditions, you are beholden to whatever their policy is. If they don't agree with whatever, and there's a lot of argument for different like news media, ABC, CNBC, whatever, that they are specific to partial to like one person or the other. Yep. There's like a lot of that stuff out there. So in the same vein, it could be very well argued that the Facebook team are pro, whatever candidate, whatever.
Pro whatever, yeah.
And then it would be their prerogative to obviously try to delay certain messages and make it easier to get other messages. But when you agree to the terms and conditions, you're agreeing to whatever Facebook's into.
So you remember back when the whole joke, terms and conditions, whatever, check yes, say yes. This, after these, a decade of all this, this is when the terms and conditions are starting to bite us in the butt. This is why you read those. This is what you're agreeing to. And it's written in there what you're not supposed to say, what they can do for you, all that stuff.
Because you have the right to say whatever you want to say about whatever you want to say it about. You have the right to assemble peacefully. You have the freedom of speech to say whatever you want to. And you can do that wherever you want to. But when you start putting your message on other companies' channels, it's not just your message anymore. It's your message, but it's being filtered through something else. Yep. You can get as mad as you want to, but when you click I accept, I agree to your terms and conditions, you gave your creative freedom to them. So Google can censor us, Facebook can censor us, whatever other channel we share on, they can all censor all of us because we agreed to let them share our message.
So the only group that can't censor us is the government.
True.
But companies can do whatever they want.
That's what makes them companies. They're independently owned.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting to think about.
We went deep there.
We went real deep.
Woo!
Hashtag real deep.
It's because of the heat.
Yeah, it's so hot in here. Jules is over there just complaining. Just so much. Yeah. So
I feel like there's like sweat dripping off of my chin, my gobbler.
Your chin beard. Yeah.
Do I have a neck beard? Do I have a hipster neck?
Yeah, you have a little bit of hipster.
Man.
It's starting to get there. You'll be all right.
I got the slick back hair. Pimp me slick back. Gotta say the whole thing.
It goes it's like a Tribe Called Quest. The whole thing goes together.
Okay, Mr. Slickback. No! Say the whole thing!
All right, anyway, before we segue into
Boondocks quotes.
Boondocks quotes. So that's our show. Cameron, what did we learn today?
We learned that you should not send death threats.
Nice.
Mainly, and don't tell people to hurt people. It's simple as that.
Unless they self-identify as a wolf.
So, or
like a vampire or like a mythical creature, then it's okay.
If you think you're a unicorn, you should probably get bullied. You know what? I'm gonna stand by that statement. You know what? If you think you're a freaking unicorn, someone needs to bully you. You probably weren't hit enough as a child, and you probably got everything you needed.
Well, so Jules just left. If you're not like Jules and you agree with Cameron's statement that if you think you're a unicorn, you should get bullied.
Is that something that we just talked about? I'm telling people to hurt people?
Yes.
But I think the problem was like...
And now you're going to be shut down.
That's real people.
Real people.
If you think you're a unicorn, that's not real.
Not
and
real.
you need mental help.
Yeah.
They have a behavioral health clinic, I'm sure, near you to help undo all the damage that have led you to believe that you are, in fact, a unicorn.
Yeah, ooh, man.
Or a narwhal, which is worse.
Narwhal's not worse.
Thank you, Jules, for saying. So, like I said, thank you for joining us. If you liked what you saw here, which is possible that you did, possible that you didn't, you can subscribe.
Yes.
We are on Facebook until we get censored. We are on YouTube until we get censored. We are on Instagram until we get censored. It really just depends on how far this goes.
I think I'm in the process of changing my Twitter handle
to
a special spelling of. I don't want to ruin it because maybe someone will try to steal it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's true. So you better get on.
We'll see. Maybe next time it'll be something good.
So you'll see Cameron's name, and then I'll have a different Twitter handle at the bottom, like I normally do.
What is it? I'm at Lithris right now.
Yeah, that's what it has been until you change it to what you're going to.
Yep.
This week will be kind of different for our Let's Plays. Cameron has to teach me how to play Smite. I have to cover it for Analog Addiction. So we did the Analog Assemble. Check them out, analogaddiction.org. I will be doing some content for them, coverage of Smite. I'll probably be doing the crap out of Overwatch. I can't stop playing that. If you have TMNT for PlayStation 4, play with me. Shotgun Leo.
So I have an idea for a video. If you watch this, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. I think Devon and I should do a reaction video to something that I think is absolutely hilarious. It makes me cry, and I want to know what everyone else thinks on it.
The problem with that is Cameron's the only one that thinks it's that funny.
It's not. No. That's not true.
That's true.
That's not true.
Hashtag Devon was right.
Hashtag no. Hashtag shut up. Hashtag you suck. Hashtag go die.
Hashtag never gonna give you up is what the hashtag handle. It's what Cameron wants to make.
So
you go right now and you make that Twitter handle.
Hey,
so Cameron
no!
So that's our show. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on Watch, Chat, Play.